Welcome, welcome, welcome to I Espy with my Shamanic eye. Gabrielle here. What's up? What's up? Yo, they immediately hmm started playing. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. And that makes me think that when people come up against you, they think they're targeting you, but they're not. They're taking aim and taking shots directly at our Father, because that's where you derive from. So isn't that interesting? Y'all gonna catch up? Whatever. It'll go. There we go. See? Abracadabra. Love, joy, celebration. A little OMG, and always grounded in the truth. I've already said my prayers. Yeah. Y'all been sitting there waiting. Y'all can be intense though. I must say. I must say. Whew. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. What messages do you have for the Divine Collective this day? There's something going on online. I keep seeing the card in this deck that has their Instagram link to it. So there is something going on online. People are going back and forth about something. I don't know. Somebody could be defending you. Somebody could be talking ish, but this is going on right now. Yeah, could be about family, community. Oh yeah, interesting. All right, Holy Spirit, what do you have? We have the Six of Pentacles. Look, see, it came out. I kept seeing it. Wow. Oh, Temperance came out in reverse. Oh, oh, strength. Y'all gonna make me act up. Ooh, with the moon up in here. Oh, wow. Wow. Look, Five of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. All right, y'all. These are people that you would never see. This is going on behind the scenes. Hey, get down. Get down. Thank you. And the Star. That's confirmation. A lot of folks have been going through all sorts of weird suppression, shadow banning, and shit like that because you don't necessarily align with the primary narrative, right? You go against the BS, you know. And so you've been being like stagnated, barely, like, right. You think it's rejection or lack of interest. It's not that whatsoever. Some of you need to actually check your Instagram if you don't log on very often. There's something in there that you need to read, look at. Yeah. Could be even communication from someone in the public eye. That's what I'm saying. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. It really makes me feel like, right? Yeah. These are people who compete with you. Look how the moon's right there. Look how Temperance is here. Temperance, moon. See? See? I will say somebody has pissed off Archangel Michael, and the restraint that was once being applied no longer needs to be applied, and the release has happened. It's time for your star to rise. It's time for you to step into the spotlight. It's time for you to receive what is due. See, I have 6 pentacles plus 5 plus another one. That's 12 pentacles, y'all. And so you've been getting a lot of opposition. People were hoping that this would just convince you to go away, that they don't want what you're offering, blah, blah, blah. But look, see the 6 of Swords, Chariot, right? Wheel of Fortune, right? This is a spiritual community battle zone that has been taking place, trying to knock out the competition. But this level of spiritual warfare is wrapping up. It's absolutely wrapping up. See, you see the witch's hat here. You see the Christ consciousness behind it. See this like zombie energy, all these hands pulling, grabbing, trying to it's like it's holding on to the heart. So it's like it's trying to stop the pulse, right, of your influence, of your impact. The stars right here. They don't want the world to heal. So they've tried to slow you down and make it as hard as humanly possible. Look, Dark Practitioner, 5 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. See, this is a collaboration. This isn't one person. This is a lot of folks who tried to topple you, but the Tower is right here. It's time, and there's nothing they can do about it. And so, like I said, angelic support has, like, they've been given the green light to not use restraint. They don't have to. You're doing what you're supposed to. Good job. Look, world, it's time for that cycle to wrap up. Because what you offer really does elevate the collective, excuse me, and it helps people free themselves from like anxiety, worry, depression, despair, helping them heal through trauma and not feel so hopeless in the world. Right. I told you, look, your angels have been given the green light. Death, judgment, tower. See what I mean? See what I mean? They missed the time to cooperate. They missed the time for peace, calm, tranquility. That's over. And so you're about to see a great clearing away. All right. 6 of Pentacles. You can see this thing in the background. Like someone is definitely distorting things. There's a hidden hand doing stuff in the background. But they're being removed. Lord have mercy. Right. Divine masculine energy, Emperor. Like I said, this really did come from the very top. The tippity top. Because we are in a corrupt system, right? And we are doing everything we can energetically and spiritually to end the corrupt system. And I could honestly say if I was the one in power, I wouldn't go quietly either. So who could blame them? You know, it is what it is. But you good. Look, so now you have assistants, right? Look, there's an Emperor and a 7 of Wands. So there is a more powerful energy, a more powerful, look, and look at the High Priestess right here. You have an ally. You have an ally. This could be the one trying to reach out to you. There's some news. Look. About some shit going on in the background. I feel like somebody found, listen, you know how they like to take stuff from one platform, download it, upload it someplace else and claim it's theirs? Somebody has some intel on that. But I do feel like there is someone in the spotlight, right, who doesn't really want you to know who they are, but they want some guidance. They want some advice, you know. They want some unbiased judgment because they know everybody else is just going to fucking lie to them. Just try to trick them out they spot. Yeah, look. Ooh, look. Look. That's dope because this is the combination I was seeing. The High Priestess and the Hierophant. You know, we oscillate through energies. Yeah. Somehow, some way you warned this person about some impending doom before, and they were able to avoid it thanks to you and whatever you said. Okay. But they got some insight about your opposition and your haters. Yes, they do. They know exactly where it's coming from, and they're stopping it. So thank God for hidden helpers, right? As I say that, look, they're strong. Thank God for hidden helpers. Yeah, you did this person a solid, whether you know, whether you know it or not. Yes, indeedy. And it's funny because what you did, whatever it was so impactful that this person couldn't figure out why you weren't receiving the acclaim, the attention that you should. And what they found out really pissed them off. They uncovered something. They truly, truly did. And this could be any platform. I know it's showing IG, but it feels like any platform for news and information. Right. Right. All right. Seven of Cups. Yeah, because some. Right. Seven of Cups, because it makes me feel like they were searching for a reason. Look, didn't make sense. But I will say there's a lot of opportunity coming somebody's way. Huge. Huge opportunity. Is that a thing? Ooh. Yeah. So they showed me area code 710, and I'm like, I've never heard of that. And it says it's a special area code in North America, and it's reserved for the federal government here in the States starting in 1983. That's interesting. That's really interesting. You got some very potent hidden helpers. Somebody uncovered something, by the way. Ten of Swords, Magician, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Somebody went looking into something. I feel like somebody tried to. I just saw the Five of Swords, which makes me feel like somebody tried to set you up in some capacity. Also, some death magic. Like that's interesting. Look, they look. Hierophant, Magician. Some of you, this is a opportunity for employment that you've manifested, and they've been watching and studying and waiting. Yeah, they couldn't understand certain things, what was going on. All right, good job, good job. Anyway, Eight of Pentacles, like I said, it's a job. Lots of opportunities coming in. You're going to have your pick of the litter. That's funny. When I was looking up area code, it showed me 810, and 810 is Michigan. And then 8 comes out. So I don't know if you're from Michigan, you've been looking at Michigan, something like that, but whatever. There could be a job up that way for you. Interesting. I feel like you're going to be very happy doing this work, whatever it is. Star. Wow. I also feel like when you get there, you're going to feel eerily familiar. Like, for real. You're going to be like, hmm. I also see here where these individuals, right, who were, doing this shit in the background against you, people who have much larger platforms than you, by the way, but that's neither here nor there. They're quite confused, right? Because normally the things they do are very, very effective. And so they're kind of reflecting on if they did something wrong in their hijinks. They didn't. It just doesn't work on you like that. You have recovered, you're rejuvenated. There's no sense of the impact of their hijinks. I see that too. Right. For those of you who work in the spiritual community, right? They were really trying to disrupt your intuitive messages. Your sensitivities, your energetic sensitivities. Wow. I mean, nothing. There was no impact, period. Right. Right. This was some effort to put you in scarcity, like in that mindset. You have the Five of Pentacles, Four of Cups right here, right? Um, and so they wanted you to feel alone, dejected, depressed, like really. This hidden hand energy, which we saw in yesterday's reading, but that's what this looks like this uh yeah, like this long arm with all these tentacles, like dumping all this black goo on your spirit, on your aura. Like, it's weird. I've never seen anything like that. Like, they wanted you to feel like you were in the wastelands, like all your opportunities had dried up. That didn't work. Spirit, look, you saw something very different. Hermit, Ace of Cups. Nothing's by accident. Look, you was chilling, resting, recovering, rejuvenating, enjoying your solitude, communing with the divine. This was not supposed to strengthen you. It was supposed to make you unhinged. Temperance energy in the reverse. It didn't make you unhinged. High Priestess, I know what I'm talking about. These people were very active trying to navigate the direction of your career. It wanted you to go away like it was your idea. Maybe I should just stop. But you and the creator, that connection to source, you were told over and over again, look at you chilling. Nine of Cups, Empress, Ace of Swords. I told you, look, you a homebody anyway. Four of Wands. It allowed you to learn some new things. Man, you cool. That's so funny. As I say, it allowed you to learn some new things. So Hierophant, Seven of Pentacles. Somebody went back to school. Now somebody being protected by the actual government. Look, I told you that's the job. Somebody's going to be working for the government, whether in the front or the back. It don't matter. But you're going to be working for them. I heard again. Look, Ace of Pentacles. They've been fighting this. Look, they wanted this. They were trying to compete for this Ace of Pentacles opportunity. They were never in the running, by the way. You have, look, Temperance, Moon. You have hidden helpers. Knight of Cups. And I feel like he was real gentle about it. Now look who coming after him. The Devil and the Ten of Swords. Look at that. Because they wouldn't leave you alone. You old sweetheart, you Queen of Cups. So now the warring angels are out. And the devil's coming to collect on all them promises these folks made. If they just did his, or if he just did their bidding, excuse me. Look, see, told you they was working over and over and over again. It's such a waste of time. Yeah, these people with these larger platforms who've been attacking you, by the way, they are all witches and warlocks. I tried to tell you that with that witch's hat right there. And not the good kind, okay? We wouldn't even be talking about them. Mm-hmm. All targeting one person. One person. Because you the biggest threat, y'all. For little old you, little old you. Look, none of their manifestations, none of them. None of them. It's just coming back to them. Look. Look, them angels was waiting. Like, so were the demons, though. Look, they was just hanging around. And somebody called them reinforcements. That's what they was waiting on. See, this Neptunian energy here, they have no idea. They have no idea. They like, right. Look, surprise. I mean, to me, it's a tale as old as time, right? But they, look, Ace of Swords. A tale as old as time. You keep resting up. You keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about it. Somebody's gonna end up hanging themselves in lockup, by the way. I don't know where that just came from, but somebody gonna get poked up or they're gonna end up, you know. That's the plan anyway. Wow. That was random. Look, the light always wins. It does. Oh, right back at you. You enjoy your day too. This is awesome. Look, for anybody who subscribes to this path, there's so much good news coming your way. So much. So much. You might even feel a little overwhelmed. Look at this. Chariot, Wheel of Fortune. I told you they coming through to clear the bullshit. Look, Tower. Surprise. Somebody, I don't even want to get into that. Okay. We're not going to comment on that. All right, let's pick these up. Let's pick these up. And that's another thing. People really confuse, guys, on how you always balance out, right? Because again, they've sent a lot of poverty energy towards you. Five of Pentacles, rejection, loss, fear, depression, apathy, bored, you don't want to do nothing, listless energy. But no matter what, right, you end up with this Six of Pentacles. You know what I mean? Like you're balanced. And they're confused. They really are. Because it's like, here they come with this energy, right? And then here you go with the Ace of Pentacles. Because look, but God, look at the Christ consciousness. Teeth up, yep. Because like your Six of Pentacles, it feel and it show like the Ten of Pentacles. They be confused. Listen, please stop spamming the chat. That's all that is. And that we don't do that. We don't. Okay, I appreciate you tuning in, but don't spam the chat. All right. I'll put you on timeout. We don't do that. We don't bash anybody. I'm sorry for y'all experiences, but that's not how we do that. We pray for one another. We offer healing and elevation, unity, wholeness, not division. Mm. Heal that wounding. Look, this is what it is. There's the sun, there's the moon. There is duality. Not one is greater or lesser than the other. It is. It's called balance. We not fighting that. We not doing that. There's no battle of the sexes. No. We're not doing that. That's over. That is really, really over. We're not doing that dumb competition on any level. We can only survive if we thrive. We have to work together. Peace, harmony, tranquility, unity. We can't do nothing about the past but heal it. Okay. That'll catch up in a second. Like, really. That's all that can be done. See things differently. More compassion. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Ooh, the Ten of Pentacles that came out. Look, Prince of Wands. I like how it's the Prince of Wands, but it's a whole chick. That's funny to me. Eight of Pentacles. Look at that. Now, no. It was the Fool energy that I'm putting it back. Wow. Look, Tower, the Star, Queen of Wands, and there's the Princess of Wands. Wow. Make you a celebrity overnight. Wow. This feels like a total shift. I feel like there has been a spiritual judgment issue. I'm looking at the Eight of Wands judgment. Right. And like it's gone in your favor. Absolutely. This is full restoration. This is really giving me the impression that the term going viral is coming out. This is a lot of attention on somebody. I do feel like someone is quite literally singing your praises about what it is you do. Yeah. Wow. Wow. I don't know what period of life y'all have been going through, but yeah, look, a quiet struggle. Look at this shit. Ten of Wands, Moon. A quiet struggle. Shh. Shh. But now look. Nine of Pentacles, Sun. Like when it feel like Spirit is recognizing your hard work and your dedication. Like you've been giving and giving and giving. Somebody's spirit guide is Prince. He's soul family. I don't know how to. It is what it is. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. And it's so funny because some of y'all, look, Queen of Wands, and look, you made this shit look good. Like your life was literally falling apart, tower, right? But you was showing up as the star Queen of Wands. Like you was putting on a really good show. You used every opportunity to heal. Like you walked it the way you talked it is really what I'm getting. Like you set a high example. And you was going, look, 9 of Wands. Your cup was running over and with the struggles. But look, you ain't say nothing. You held your ground. You stood firm. And this is not pride. This is understanding that the Lord doesn't give you more than what you can handle. Tower. Now look, all of a sudden, smooth sailing. Smooth sailing. Wow. You maintained your emotional balance, your harmony. You about to be, you really about to be given rest by our Father. So impressed with your strength. And it was rough, y'all. It was a lot to work through. 10 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. I feel like your work was highly targeted. Especially if you're a healer, whether you're a doctor, a nurse, or something like that. Doesn't matter. Like, you were definitely targeted because of this capacity. Somebody thought this was going to like crack you open and scramble your head. Your eggs is what I'm getting. It didn't. 5 of Wands. You fought through it. Now the wheel is spinning in your favor. Justice. See? Man. You free. I don't know how else to tell you that you are truly free. Don't mumble. They got you. You about to really see. What's this communication? King of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. They are really singing your praises about your work. I mean that. Quality. Also, whatever you do provides very well. It does. It really, really does. I also feel like somebody wants to extend you, again, this energy of an employment opportunity. Whoa. This is an opportunity for you to really pursue your soul's calling. Just because you're working in a field right now does not mean that is your soul's calling. And here's the thing. You were one of many that were being auditioned by the ethers. Somebody's going to lay it all out for you. Somebody also wants you to be the face of their brand is also what I'm getting. Star, Queen of Wands, Princess of Wands. Like they want you to be their spokesperson. For some of you, I get the sense that someone wants to look at this. Look. Justice. Look at this. Light worker. Emperor. Strength. Crazy work. Look. There's death in the King of Wands. This is gonna change your life. You about to step fully in front. Out of the camera is what I'm hearing. Like they want you to teach somebody some shit. If you build it, they will come. As I look, I saw the Eight of Cups. Somebody walking towards you, like, yeah. If you build it, they will come. And look, 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 look. So it's so funny. It makes me feel like the the actions that you have taken have led to this place right now. And I feel more than anything, it is an energetic action. Because look, all the wands. Like it's one of, like, you're one of many, but you are completely outside the box. Like, yeah, there's a contract coming your way, a partnership, something like that. Brand deal. It's lucrative. It really is. You definitely manifested this. I feel like for some of you, that's why you've been in, like, been given all this time to relax and rest up, because you're about to enter a very active stage of life. It is deep, because somebody really wants you to be their spiritual guru. Like, they want you to teach classes. Like, it's more than laws of attraction and manifestation. No, no, no. It is like helping people hone their discernment, y'all. Like, it's the spiritual laws and shit like that. It's funny because I feel like some folks have spent a lot of money. No, expect it. I'm telling you. There's the Hierophant. Look, there's the rest I was talking about. Ace of Swords. You were one of many that was being tested. Hierophant, Knight of Cups. Somebody wants you to be their guru. Whether it's a hidden order, a public order, it don't matter. They, yeah. This is the, it's funny, I heard, if you can't beat them, join them. Look, Judgment, Magician, right. Your position is being highly, highly recognized. Who and what you work, who you work for, how you move, like this dedicated effort up here of self-mastery. Ah, nah, nah, nah. They need that. This shit gonna blow your mind. Because they, like I said, they tried to topple you. Seven of Wands, if you can't beat them, Queen of Wands, look, Seven of Wands, Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups, Knight of Wands, Two of Cups. Join them. So this is, wow, wow. After they have tried they mightiest for some of y'all to really topple you, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. They confused, right? On how you know what you know about the mystery schools and this, that, and the third, and your anointing, your star energy is being recognized. Look, they not confused. Queen of Swords, Sun, they are clear. They are clear as a bell about who you are and what you represent. Hierophant world, and there's the dark practitioner, right? And like I said, these people they're not gonna go quietly. But again, if you can't beat them, join them, because look, they know what's coming for them. Anyway, your power, your authority, your expertise, who you are. Look, boom. Now they're afraid. It's all right. It's all right. Spirit led them right to you for this very purpose. So good job. So they could do some sort of healing and get on their journey before it was too late. There's so many messages. Yeah. Y'all been seeing aliens? Somebody out there seeing green men? Hey, you seeing what you seeing, boo. You seeing what you seeing. Hmm. And look, for some of y'all, you about to be the reader to the stars, quiet as it's kept, and you gonna make so much fucking money. Shh. I mean that. Yeah, but there will be a be careful with that. All money ain't good money because I'm seeing a lot of restrictions, a lot of this, a lot of that, exclusivity and like NDA. I'm seeing some weird shit, so be mindful with that. Mm-hmm. Something huge is happening. Huge. What is that? That has nothing to do with these cards, by the way. Wow. Divine Feminine, there is someone watching you. This is your true soulmate. Your true soulmate. They are watching you. And they're coming. They are coming. They are certain of who you are. And I mean certain. Clear as a bell. They are coming. For you. Sun. Two of Wands. Emperor. Strength. They're on. This is beyond not taking no. This is someone who is moving with speed and purpose because of the knowing. Clear as a bell. No mistaking. For real, this person could be very well in, this person's been fighting a lot of spiritual battles. But this person, they are clear. They're in the public eye in some capacity. They are a highly recognizable person. But they have also been going through a lot of spiritual warfare. This person's in finance or something. Doesn't mean anything to me. Look, skill development, ambition, desire, diligence, financial opportunity. That's what I feel like this person does, investments or something. I don't know. That's not for everybody. Y'all, look. This one seed. You don't see no other pentacles. This one little seed that lived within both of you is how this is manifested, by the way. Okay. Look. Look. And there's the Queen of Pentacles. Y'all been nurturing this seed. Look, I said y'all manifested each other. This silent growth that's been transpiring deep within both of you, holding this place. They want you to know they are like watching, and not in a weird way. I don't know if this person's at a distance per se, but they're in route. And I don't even like to say shit like that. When I first started reading cards, I would get all excited, but energy, as I have learned, is just that. And so what feels like a time frame for me isn't necessarily, I'm seeing, look, next 3 months with the 3 of Cups down there. But yeah, like this person has been, we'll say, keeping tabs from the top of the current year. Oh, excuse me. And before we close out the year, this is the plan anyway. Look, look. They funny. Many factors. Timing is fragile, complex, and multifaceted now. Delicate, precision, and clarity. The important information, again, because I deal in energy, and there are many factors, but this person is certain of who you are. Clear as a bell. I don't know what research they did, how they were, but whatever sign they asked for, they have received it. October, November, December. October, November, December, January. Wow. And it's 111 on the clock. I don't like that. There's just 2 months left in the year. But 2 months. I'm also getting this person could also have, it could be friends with one of your family members, by the way. And I mean that platonic, like no weird shit. I also feel like someone had, they got their shit together over here, regardless. Um, got themselves in an established position where they felt more confident, more in control, where they would be right to come toward you without hesitation. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Somebody, like, I just saw heal and darkest fears. And so I feel like that's exactly what was transpiring. Somebody was healing their darkest fears. So they didn't bring any emotional baggage. Again, I saw third eye chakra, believe and succeed. Y'all called each other in. Boom. Yes, y'all did. This person could like boats. I don't know what, like, they might offer to take you on their boat. I told you, look, clarity of belief, share the love. Yeah. This isn't about heartbreak. This is truly about a divine union. Two healed people coming together to form this beautiful union. United front is what I wanted to say initially, but union. This is amazing. This person, because they are so clear on who you are, they know who you are, got all the like green lights. This person is going to come towards you so open and so generous, it might astound you. But that is because of this deep knowing. That's the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, Sun's here. Ace of Cups. I mean that. They are going to shower you with all the love and affection and like it's going to blow your mind. Healed or not, it's going to blow your mind. Crown chakra. They they know. They know. See, that's what happens when you talk to God. You be like, Daddy, I'm gonna need a sign. I'm gonna need something. Da 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 da. Like, there's a lot of enlightenment. Look, love abounds. Root chakra. Teach. Lead. See? Oh. Heal heart chakra and seek the truth. Wow. They are. I've never seen so much mental certainty and clarity in cards. So you're being told, collective, when this happens, spread your wings. You are on the right path that serves your highest and greatest good. You are already on the road to this destined encounter. Like, your spiritual GPS is already set and you are in motion. Wow. I'm not even going to say it, but I already see the scenario. That is amazing. That is so amazing. Like, this is going to be the most organic sort of thing. It's even given love at first sight, like knowing I asked for a sign, I saw an image in my dream, da 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 da. I've never met that person. It felt so real, felt so right, and then bam, they run right into you. Page of Wands. Or y'all run right into each other. If you saw the High Priest, I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, what other messages do you have? The wait is over. Okay, let me just wait. Somebody not a good fit. Okay, they not. This is not somebody you want to invest in. Right? There's something off about this individual, like in an emotional sense. Like there is something off here. Like your intuition might even be like, right. This could be somebody that you like you interact with around the community. You know what I mean? You see around town, whatever. Right. And it's crazy because I feel like whoever this person is, they're kind of surprised that you even like looked in their direction. But if something doesn't feel right, It's not. It's really not. Right? Nah. Somebody's weird, y'all. Like, really, really weird. Yeah, this person has some weird, like, obsessive tendencies. If you pursued this, you would be greatly disappointed. This person is not your wish fulfillment. They're actually quite smug, controlling. They could drink a lot. Yeah, somebody's not emotionally right. Yeah. It could feel a little familiar or something like that, but it's not the good familiar. They want you to just keep focusing on your investments, your whatever your goals are. Focus more so on that, because this feels like a very familiar spirit that you don't want no parts of. Trust the energy. Yeah, man. Because look, Ten of Swords, it's not what you think. Right. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You don't need to pick me up like that. That's what I'm seeing. And listen, I don't know if somebody's going to like traveling to like Oktoberfest is what I'm hearing. Um, I don't know if you should go. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. But if you've been struggling with alcoholism or something like that, fighting this demon on your own, it wouldn't help. It wouldn't help. Like, I don't know if you're fairly new to AA and recovery, but you're gonna become unhinged. I'm telling you now, shit gonna get out of hand. Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You gotta level with somebody. You really do need to disconnect from these people and let them go on this trip or whatever this is and have a good time. And that way you don't fuck up your recovery, is what I'm seeing. Right. Gaining or losing control, mastery, choices, responsibilities. I don't think your friends know about your quiet battle. Um, Maybe you should tell them why you can't go and fill them in. Yeah, yeah, because somebody, yes, I feel like somebody is, look, Temperance Star. Let them know so they can be more supportive, so they can help you. You would be surprised at how they would change the direction of the whole experience, but you're not giving people an opportunity to assist you in your recovery. They know you're going through something. Yeah, it's time. Yeah. You're not the same person. Let them know you're not the same person. That you don't want to get on and gallivant and da 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 da. Not to mention, oh, somebody pregnant and they starting a show. I see that too. Could be a Scorpio. They're about 6 months pregnant. Some of y'all already knew that. You got it in the meditation. Anyway, somebody needs to sit down and really think about where they want to go in life. I don't mean physically, but that's part of it. But I mean physically. You know, look at your assets, your finances. You need a plan. You got to get real with yourself. Some of you need to communicate with your financial planners. I don't know what's going on with that, but you do. Anyway, right. Right. Not to mention, like, if your views, right, your trajectory has changed, where you want to go, your goals, you need to talk to these people so they can come up with a better plan. And for some of you, you need to see if there are new investments and better ways of growing what it is you're trying to do so you can get there faster, is what it feels like. Yeah, look, Two of Pentacles. Trying to get out some sort of loop. But I also want you to know you are being told to remain patient because things could be a little up and down. You know what I mean? Penny pinching with the five, excuse me, with the Two of Pentacles. You know, balancing multiple priorities, like that sort of thing. There's beautiful energy right here with the Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Like new opportunities are coming in for you. I'm seeing that too. You're gonna be really happy. Nine of Cups. Right. That you stuck it out, that you had the confidence and determination to achieve whatever this is. You got it. Look, Eight of Pentacles, that you kept working at it. For some of you, this could be communication coming in from your finance people. For those of you who have them, with some opportunities for you to meet your goals again, right? And that could be the Two of Pentacles, could be representative of market volatility, the ups and downs, and the gains, right? But there is something going on where you're going to be very, very happy that something that you waited for it, or like you held the line, something like that you kept plugging away. Right, you're going to have the financial independence and freedom that you are working your ass off to get to. Because look, Seven Pentacles plus the ace is 8, right? Then you have two more, right? That's 10 Pentacles, top row. Then right here, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles sitting on top, Nine Pentacles yet again. So again, you're going to be very, very, look, there's the Nine of Pentacles. What I say? What did I say? You are going to have the financial stability. That's a lot of pentacles, guys, on the board. But you've worked for this. You're good. You're good. You hold the line. Hold the line. Because it's starting to bear fruit. You see that. Got one pentacle over there. Like, okay, things are getting better. There's something to show for it. They're presenting you with this. And then you see three more pentacles stacked up. Right. It is. Things are going to move. Right. There is definitely something that's being presented. This is like a gift horse. Look, see? Temperance. Wow. This feels like something from the hand of God being hand delivered to somebody. You're going to, some of you could be looking at a career change also in the near future. That could be part of this wish fulfillment manifestation, this gift horse energy. That will also give you that freedom that you so desire. Yeah, man. End of a tough cycle. I feel like you about to step into a whole new world. Yeah, look, movement, balance, solutions, harmony, healing, empathy. I feel like there will be healing in your finances. Look, Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. You are about to be more stable than you have ever been in your fucking life. Wow. Yo, look, Ten of Cups. Fortune shines on you. More than enough for you to save, for you to feel secure. This is justice being served in your favor for the struggle, for the spiritual warfare. Look, Four of Pentacles, there's justice, there's a dark practitioner, there's a Knight of Pentacles, there's a Ten of Wands, light worker card. See what I mean? Like, yeah, man, somebody tried to destiny swap you. I just saw the Two of Cups. And all is being restored and balanced out and all of that shit. Everything's being sent back to its rightful place. Right. This was done to you by a masculine energy. We don't care. I'm just telling you it was. Look, judgment. Yeah. Look, the King of Pentacles just came out and flipped in the block position, and that's fire and earth. And so check this out. This is a real person that you knew. You could have been, look, Queen of Pentacles is here. Y'all was a couple. Look, there's the lovers, Knight of Cups. This person came toward you with these wicked intentions to do exactly what they did via sexual energetic exchange. This person did some sort of weird binding work, you know what I mean, to put you in the life circumstances that they were in, right? Ten Swords, right? This person betrayed you, took from your vessel, siphon from your vessel. Look at this. This person, this is some dark, wicked shit. They did all of this because they wanted your fortune. They stole. Look, that's wicked. They stole. But now look, full restoration. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Everything that they took from you, your energy, your power, your potency, all of that, it's already been returned. It's done. This person, look, employees must stop crying before returning to work. We already know the devil's coming to collect. This person was part of some sort of cabal energy, hierophant. And I feel like it's a global thing. Like it's more than one chapter of whatever this is. There's the world. They are feeling it around the world, and everybody attached to this organization. Karma is here. Saturn is here. And you know, Saturn's about time, and we're in the middle of a Saturn retrograde. So it's taking back. It's a hard lesson, but they thought it would never catch up to them. Now they're freaked out. They're scared. They're worried. They're anxious. They don't know what to do because now they're in the Five of Pentacles. They're in the season of lack. They're at the bottom of the wheel. All things that were pilfered have been restored. Again, I know what I'm talking about. High Priestess, Sun, Chariot. All blockages have been removed. But you yourselves learned a valuable lesson about who you show attention to, who you exchange energies with. It don't matter about the outside. Some people just hateful. And that's what it is. Now look. And I feel like whatever they did with this last moon is the prime, not the primary, but it's huge. You know, the universe is about balance. It has to be restored. You can't just take from nowhere. Eventually, it has to go back to where it belongs. And so all these people attached to this cabal, this international whatever, they're all experiencing tower moments. falling stars. That's why, again, you keep seeing all these people in the spotlight getting they fucking comeuppance, and they just do. You know how many people they've done this shit to get to where they are? A lot. A lot. And they didn't give a fuck about nobody by any means necessary. Was they gonna get what they wanted? Your energy, your destiny, your fame, your fortune, all of it. It don't matter. This is wicked sex magic practices. And they're all trying to run away and go hide somewhere because they know they about to get laid to rest. They know karma is here. Saturn's in retrograde. Those scales must be balanced. The party is over and they know it. There's infighting. Look at this spiritual watch shit. Look. Here's the thing. I guess they didn't realize that when you spying and prying on people, they thought they was cloaking themselves. They think you didn't know, but you knew. High priestess to the sun, you fully knew. You just didn't say anything. There's a difference. And what did you do? You went and told daddy. There's judgment. You went and told our father. Good job. You got a lot of good benefits. A lot of things coming back, being fully restored to you. But again, everybody learns lessons. You learned lessons. They learned lessons. You know, it's amazing. No more of the same cycle. That shit's over. How long? Okay. Absolutely over. It's amazing. Because you work for our father. And so when shit go wrong at the company, who you go tell? The boss. You already told the supervisor, right? You told the angels. You told Jesus. At a point, you gotta go to HR. You gotta go all the way to the top. You be like, listen, I would like to file a formal spiritual complaint. Look. And our father listens to whoever I'm talking to, because look, you're clear, you're unbiased. You don't move from a place of emotion and shit like that. You lay out the facts. You lay out the facts. You lay out the facts. I know who I'm talking to. You got two swords. Like what? Present the evidence. And then look how spirits start moving. You lay out the facts. Look. Because you too passive. You're kind. But there's nothing wrong with your mind. So you're not quick to anger is what I'm getting. So if you got to have a conversation, right? It's real. Strength card. It's real. So everybody feeling it. Everybody feeling it. Like I said, you slow to anger. That's a good way of being. Look, because your disposition really is happy. You're a joyful person, full of light and love and sunshine and rainbows. And you're one of those people, when you see shit, you be like, it's cool. You just walk away. You don't get in your bag. You be like, oh, sorry, I'm going to leave that right there. I'm going to leave it alone. You did it. But boy, when you got to go and talk to our Father, Lord, I mean, you know what I mean. When you got to have a serious conversation. Because I feel like y'all talk all the time. Look, because you understand the assignment. You know, you go where people need healing and this, that, and the third. And, you know, you help people recover bits of themselves that was stolen with GPS tracking system for stolen vehicle. Right. Your chariot, your destiny, and all of that. Like, you helping people. It's giving me the energy of Rick PD. Anyway. Look. Because you determined. Look. This is you, star seed, light worker. You gonna get the job done by any means necessary. Star, look, because you here to heal the world, make it a better place. Right, look, this is your job. This is what you do, right? Okay. Ooh. I will say, feel like somebody really about to, put some respect on your name. That's so funny. A lot of people, it really feels it's about to start seeking you out for this insight you got. Your wisdom, your knowledge. It's like still waters run deep. Look, as I say that, Ace of Cups. Still waters run deep. People going, well, man, I cannot stress how much money somebody fitting to make off of they, woo! And for some of you, I don't know what the devil in your life is, but you walked away from it, and this is an absolute reward for that. Yeah. Whatever this is delayed, but it's right on time. Wow. I feel like for some of you, you decided to look for a reason. Like, not blame, but a purpose to the heartbreak and this, that, and the third. Instead of dismissing it, you sat with the emotions. You sat with the feelings. You did. I feel like that was the best thing you could have done. Look, 7, 8, 3, 4. So things are like in order. This is its own thing, 7, 8, and then 3, 4, which is another 7. So 7, 8, 7. Okay, 787 angel number carries significant meaning related to spiritual awakening, intuition, and abundance. What I say? Heightened intuition. It's a number that symbolizes balance and alignment of both your spiritual and financial goals. See what I mean? Urging you to make wise decisions. Step outside of your comfort zone. Also serves as a reminder that your life purpose and meaning, fostering compassion to others. That's just confirmation on what I just said. It's a positive sign that says you're on the right path. Right. Like I said, the best thing you could have did was sit with those feelings, work yourself through all the possibilities, the choices, your choices, their choices, how you participated, you know what I mean? Instead of not having any level of accountability, because, that's your portion, right? Think about it. Stability, right? We look at things in quadrants, in fours, right? So it's a quarter there, a quarter there, a quarter there, a quarter there. Right. See those 3 cups over there? Right. But this is your part right there. That 4th cup, that's your part. So, again, instead of being in your feels, you took time. You thought about it. You started looking at these things that fell apart as a blessing in disguise. Right. Right. The hate, the animosity, it actually built you up real tough. Right. Now you're grateful for the adversity I'm seeing. Because you soul searched about it. No, for real. Because the hermit seeks a star, you went with them. Right. every trial and tribulation, you are at the other side of gratitude. That is awesome. Look, didn't I tell you about the four quadrant stability? Right. Oh, wow. So proud of you. Like the divine is very proud of you. Like a very paternal, maternal love, like pride, like a parental pride. Like, man, because look, that's not easy energy to get to. It's not. It's one thing to have hidden helpers and spiritual support, and people and energies behind you, backing you. It's another thing for you yourself to tamp your own ego back into place. That is beautiful energy, guys. Right. Learning to walk by faith, not by sight. Enjoying the journey. And even though at times it can be scary and mysterious, you've already known you survived the worst. The worst truly is behind you. Look, hangman, justice, chariot. Right. All because you healed the hurt. You did the inner work. I love it. I really do. That's why they move the way they move. Because you haven't been tricked by the trickster spirits. All right, guys. I really hope these messages have helped you. You can reach out for a personal at intuitivedownloads19@gmail.com. That's the only way you can book a reading with me. So thank you for your time, your energy, your viewage, your donations, right? For those of you who do, thank you. I appreciate you. Bye.